All right, so I got all the necessary stuff done on the Jeep Wrangler. I got my lift kit on, I got my tires and wheels, I got my winch. Now it's time to have a little bit of fun. One of the things I've been holding off on for a while now is a new Lightbar. These things make it possible to off-road at night, but it wasn't something I needed yet. But I finally pulled the trigger on a 4XE Pro6 Gravity Lightbar. This thing's 50 inches of nostalgic styled lighting greatness. I wanted to share my initial thoughts, why I purchased this light bar, and the overall performance of it with you guys here. The light bar, which is designed in an aluminum alloy construction, comes with a factory wiring harness already hooked up to the lights. The installation was about as plug and play as you can get. If you don't already have a mounting bracket, you can order one from 4XE as well. For this build, I ordered their 4XE mount, which from what I've seen is the best looking 4XE specific mount on the market. It looks like it was designed for the 4XE from the very beginning, and it fits flawlessly over the charging port. The light bar comes well packaged and it had everything I needed to get installed right away. When you open the box, you can tell this is a quality product. When it comes to installing the Pro6, 4XE provides you with all of the necessary bolts and brackets, many of which simply replace the bolts on the Jeep cowl and A-pillar. You'll reuse the factory folding windshield bolt. I definitely recommend you use 2 people to at least put the light bar on top of the mounting brackets. The final mounting step is to set the kickstand on the back of the light bar. This is designed to eliminate any movement from the bar and keep it and your Jeep safe. In order to wire in the Jeep, I use the factory auxiliary buttons. You simply pick one of the larger 40 amp wires which goes to the auxiliary 1 and auxiliary 2. I use the one which is a pink and brown wire. Auxiliary 2 is the green and pink. This is a 2022 Wrangler. The colors and order may be different in other model years. Check your owner's manual to be sure. Now let's get on to the reasons I chose this particular light bar. When you head over to the 4XE website, one of the cool things about the light bar is the modularity. Right from their website, they say that the LED light source and linking rings allow you to customize the beam pattern, light bar width, and set a straight or radius between each pivot point. This gives you the control over how that beam pattern ultimately shakes out, whether you have it in a kind of a radius or curve, or if you just have a straight up light bar. The other interesting thing about the light bar is their GRD technology. According to their website, they say that each Gravity LED Pro6 light is powered by 4XE's G6 LED optical insert, featuring patented gravity reflective diode technology. This unique industry-leading technology and reflector design assures that actual emitted light output from each LED is being maximized in creating powerful, usable light for everyday off-road use. Unlike forward-facing reflector designs commonly found in LED lights today, 4XE GRD technology strategically positions LEDs inside the reflector so that all light output is being carefully directed and aimed to deliver all usable light. They say what you get is a highly targeted distribution, providing unparalleled clarity, performance, and beam shape. The light bar also boasts a 13.04 amp draw, a 1637 meter beam distance, a combo beam pattern, which I'll get to in a minute, 670,000 candela, 5,000 Kelvin, 18,400 lumen, and 6,700 lux. All those things to say that this light is extremely bright. So ultimately I decided to pick this light bar because of its killer specs, its 4xE compatibility, and the overall aesthetic of the light bar. This light reminds me of the Baja or old 4-wheel drives that I grew up with. I love the circular light look, and I love how it looks on the front of my Jeep Wrangler. Now onto the real world performance. This light bar has an exceptional beam distance. I got to test the lighting out, and I got to test out the lighting and the visibility it brings to objects well in front of you. There should be no issues lighting up the trails at night. Also impressive is how far the light bar manages to throw light to the side of the Jeep. The light bar emits an almost 90-degree angle of light off to the side of your Wrangler. While I still think I may pick up some ditch lights, the light bar performs well for now. I've also been impressed with the lack of wind noise. Some lights I've had in the past, I've heard this insane rattling scream that comes from them after first installation. I've used weather stripping and other means to get rid of the noise, but my God, is it loud. I can report that there are none of those issues with this light bar. The one thing you may have to keep an eye on is the wiring behind the light bar and how it interacts with your wiper blades. When I first installed the light bar, the wipers were hitting the wiring in the back, and I had to adjust some things. The kickstand, or properly setting that kickstand, should help out with those things. So I've got to say, so far I've been really happy with the light. I love the way it looks in the front of the Jeep, and it was a breeze to install. It was actually a lot of fun to install. As of right now, I definitely recommend the light. I know it comes recommended by a lot of other people too. It's got a pretty steep price tag, but I think that this light's going to last a really long time. If you're curious about the rest of my build, check out this video where I go over 4 of the other major upgrades I made to the Jeep. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.